Hey guys, there's a little game called Tag going on right now where I think Jackie up in Canada, JaxRL, she started it. Wanted to see what everybody was doing for 2012, what the garden plans were, and Paula decided to pick me. And I told her I can't play tag because I don't play well with other children, so you can't tag me. But she did anyway, and being as how it's about gardening, something I know a little bit about, I'll go ahead and play along with it. She wanted to know what my plans were for 2012, so real quick, I'm going to put some seed in the ground, say a few prayers, keep the weed off of them, keep them watered, and pick them and start eating. That ought to do it right there. See y'all later. Alright, maybe she had a little bit more detail in mind, so given that fact, let me go to the board real quick and show y'all what I got drawn out. If anybody interested, I'm going to try to run through this real quick. Basically, if y'all remember from last year, I got 3 different gardens, same size, 75 by 75. I got one over here that's about 50 by 125, and I got a little spot down here that's about 25 by 30. Garden number 1 last year had all the potatoes in it, that truckload of potatoes. Also had tomatoes down there. We don't want to follow them up again, so we're going to come back with some early peas, some mustard, broccoli, and about 8 rows of candy corn. It's a hybrid sweet corn. Last year up here I did that like 16 rows of golden bantam, which is just a little bit sweeter than field corn. That was not a good idea. With all this seed saving thing and everybody concerned about OP and heirloom and that kind of stuff, I went ahead and tried that one. As long as I can get hybrid corn seed, I'm going to plant some hybrid version as saving OP for whatever. Right here is garden number 2. On the upper end, I've got a bunch of leaf mulch that I got. A guy was chipping up a tree. I got him to bring all the stuff and dump it, so I had spread it over this spot right here. Not got it spread out completely, but close enough. And what I'm going to do, this is my little Eden garden. Everybody seen the video for Back to Eden, where the guy just put his mulch and stuff on the ground and kept doing that and kept planting without ever turning the soil over. We're going to try that with basically melons. I'm going to plant some Athena cantaloupe, some Sorrentus, and some Jubilee watermelon. And on the top side of it, where the soil is still not very good, I'm going to plant some purple whole peas. I'm going to do an early crop. Over here, garden number 3, this is where I had all the corn at last year. We're going to come back with a couple rows of straight neck squash, 2 rows of that burgundy okra. That's some really good stuff. A row of Calypso pickling cucumbers, very prolific, best pickler I've ever grown. And then we're going to do 1 row of slicing cucumbers, whether they be some straight 8s, divas, or something like that. I haven't decided which one to put out there. And then this is where we're going to plant tomatoes at. 2 rows of Rutgers, 2 rows of Homestead. Both of these we're going to do determinants, and we're going to have 1 row of miscellaneous tomatoes. For a lot of the stuff you guys have sent me, some Argentine and Riesentraub and all kinds of stuff, I'm going to try a lot of this stuff with just 1 row right there. Garden number 4 is where I had a bunch of snap beans last year, and down here was where my watermelons and cantaloupe were. We're going to follow them up. We're going to put the potatoes down here this year. We're going to do 4 rows of Kennebec, which is the white potatoes. My wife said the reds just don't fry up as good as the white potatoes do. So we're going to do 2 rows of reds, 4 rows of Kennebec, probably half of what I planted last year at best. We'll try to put another row of straight neck squash in here, and then we'll put 8 rows of snap beans. I plant strike. They are extremely prolific, very tender, one of the best tasting snaps you can find. And for my little bitty garden spot right here, what I'm going to do is plant my peppers down here. I did some orange habaneros last year and some reds and those cherry bombs. We're going to come back with some more orange habaneros because I like the color orange. Also, I got some seeds from a fella. Sent me some seed for Trinidad Scorpion, Daytil, and Mulatto. This sucker right here, Trinidad Scorpion, makes the orange habanero look like bubble gum. That's hot. And we're also going to do some sweet peppers down here, the X3R Camelot, which is the big green bell pepper, and some Aconcagua. Dale sent me some seed for that right there. Because these seed right here, the Trinidad, is actually so hot, I may separate the sweet and the hot and plant hot peppers here and bring a row up here and plant sweet peppers up there. So I think that pretty much covers it. Tomato, squash, peas, snaps, corn, cucumber, melons, broccoli, mustard, a few other things. I'll have some, if I can get everything situated, some purple cauliflower. I'll probably put it down here with the broccoli and the mustard. And everything is just planned right now, subject to change, subject to weather, depending on how soon I can get the stuff started, what the weather's like when it comes time to plant. If I can't get it in the ground, then everything changes. One more thing, you see this right here, Bayou Gardener Forum. That's a gardening forum that I think probably one of the best out there. I would say it's the best as far as information, camaraderie, and people sticking together like a family. They got a section for just general gardening, homesteading stuff, canning, seed saving. They got a greenhouse section. Even got a happy hour where you can tell jokes and things like that. But stay away from the politics. That's just too disruptive. But there's a fellow on there named Curtis. He goes by SETEX, I guess Southeast Texas Gardener, and he's one of the better gardeners on there as far as raised beds and things like that. Absolutely beautiful garden. He is getting ready to have some back surgery here shortly. Going to have some discs fused together or something like that in his spine to alleviate some numbness and things like that, pain in his back. So he's going under the knife on January 31st. So if y'all could just remember him in your prayers, it'd be appreciated. So that ought to do it. This is all my gardening plans. They are plans, subject to change. And just say a few prayers for Curtis up here. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next time.